Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. So where we last left off, we put a lander on Minmus. Let's fly it for a second. Not actually flying it since it's landed, but just show it off here. We have the atmospheres and different visual enhancement mods on, so there's like mist on Minmus, which is interesting. You can kind of see some like boulders up on that hill over there, which is kind of cool, through the fog. Oh, I should put cameras on this thing. I think we did all the science it can gather, though, so it's kind of done its duty. There's nothing else it can do. So now we need to pick a new mission, so let's see what we have. Stock missions. Bus stock. Since your successful mission landing on the Mun, training has begun to prepare a skilled Kerbal to manned spacecraft. It has been determined that we're now prepared to attempt such a manned mission. Your missions will have an increased cost in Krones for astronauts to recover further insurance. A successful return for the surface will return this significant cost to your budget. So we already did these with a different package. These are basically, well, these are Vostok is the Russian named thing, where the last things we did were more like Mercury. So really we should have done this one first, but I'll probably do this on my own time, just because we've done these flights so many times. We already did like 3 or 4 of these kind of missions. So I'll do these manned ones in Kerbal orbit by myself. What's this one? Second similar mission has been planned to explore beyond Kerbal. This time you will go beyond the orbit of Kerbal, escaping the gravitational force of the sun and launching towards interstellar space. Not quite up to that yet. That was Pioneer 10 that did that first, I do believe. Pioneer 10 was quite a bit later in the space program. Juno 1 requires Kerbal 2. That's not really accurate, I don't think. Okay, so it looks like we're done with the stock for now. So we should do current sphere of influence again? Oh, I keep looking at these, and these are just more. This is the Gemini program and stuff, right? Always forget which one is which. Interplanetary we might be doing now, because we can go to Duna and Eve. So it's a random missions. I don't think we'll bother these right now, though. These have like random parameters you have to meet, which make it a little bit more difficult. I think all these other things are pretty advanced. And orbitals, maybe. Yeah. I think the next thing is interplanetary. We will do Kenis first. Launch an unmanned probe from the Kerbal Space Center, achieve a stable orbit transfer to Eve. Crash into its surface, observe atmospheric effects while impact trajectory to determine atmospheric height for aerobraking, air capture, and future missions. Gotta get into orbit around Kerbal. Oh yeah, we read this earlier, and it has this mistake that says Minmus, even though it's not Minmus. We're going to crash the vessel on the surface. Okay, that's what, oops. I totally didn't select it. Okay. So back to the Space Center. So I think we already designed this probe. I just never launched it because Eve's not in the right spot right now. It's probably Eve's. Let's make sure it's actually prepared to go. Actually wanted to change this dish out to the slightly better dish. Didn't we send this to somewhere else right now? We don't already have this in space, do we? I should probably check. I feel like we've launched this before. No, we haven't. I remember now we launched some probes that they could go to Duna, I think. But they're not correct. Or the mod isn't quite worked out right. Because this one wants you to get into orbit around Kerbin first and then go to Eve. That's really annoying that it says Minmus. But since these are already beyond Kerbin, I can't finish this goal to get into orbit around Kerbin, which is silly. So yeah, we do have to launch a new thing. I should probably delete a bunch of these saved ships that we have, because we'll save this one, but I don't really remember what any of these were. Uh-oh. Thought we crashed there for a second. But nope, I just thought What the hell, why is it switching us sometimes? I'm pressing delete. Okay, now we will switch to this. For extra big boosters, main engine has stability control, it's a fairing stage, then it has its own engine. This didn't take well, so I put science on this. Yes, I did. It's in there. Put this back on. Come on, grab it. Tell me that dish is slightly bigger than the last one, so. Oh well. We still haven't left 1.25 meter parts yet. It's kind of funny. Are these engines toned down? Yes, they are. Okay. I think everything's good. I get around orbit into Kerbin and then transfer to Eve. Crash the vessel on the surface. But we are not going to launch it now because we have this. Oops. Ah, crap. Clicked the wrong thing. Since the mod we have, Interstellar, makes us have waste heat. If we launch now and then just wait in orbit, we'll build up a bunch of waste heat while we're waiting for Eve to be in the right spot. So here, we're gonna have to time accelerate from this screen and wait till Eve is like behind us by like 10 degrees or something like that. Oh crap, someone's calling me. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that interruption. Let's keep time accelerating. This will be slightly faster time acceleration modes. Eve. We don't have to completely wait till it's in the right spot. Just need to wait long enough our probes won't die when I launch them. They won't die while they're waiting for Eve to catch up. Okay, let's try this. I think that's like roughly a 90-degree angle, and I seem to recall that is the time to launch. Oop. Oh, we didn't. Doesn't matter if it's saved. I was worried we just saved a junk spacecraft or something. It's been a long time since I've used these particular booster engines, so there's a chance that this won't launch well. Oh my goodness, we're already falling apart. I should have added more straps. So we lost all of our fins. I have a feeling this engine isn't going to be enough. Too fast as well. Stay on track. Stay on track. Sure, we're already into orbit with these. Yep. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa, what are they doing? That's not how they should be moving around. Oh, Ferram Aerospace. You're ridiculous sometimes. That made no sense. Well, I guess since we're already going to orbit, it's not gonna matter if this engine, isn't enough. Because it should be enough in space. Oops, I forgot I was recording there for a second. The only reason I just got in my head that I was by myself, that was kind of weird. Sorry I went so silent. This engine isn't... So it's a little bit wrong. This engine isn't quite really enough for how much mass it's trying to push. It'll get the job done. Okay. Oh, Ferram still isn't high enough. Oops. Hold on a second. Gotta get these off so we can get the... Switch that to mini. Need our solar panels. That one didn't go for some reason. Okay. Get this thing flipped around. I still find it very weird that they put such a thick atmosphere on the Mun over there. That was very strange. I can accept it on Minmus since it's a unique object, but the Mun is supposed to be based on the Moon, and nothing on the Moon is that. There's no thick atmosphere on the Moon. You can only assume that they're treating it like it's the dust on the Moon, but the dust isn't even that thick. Let's see, what do we need to do next here? To get around to the other side before our power runs out, for one thing. But apart from that, we need to zoom out and set Eve as target. So I'll zoom out for a second. Eve's orbit looks a little bit more elliptical than it should be as well. It's supposed to be the Kerbal equivalent of Venus, and Venus has the most circular orbit of all the planets. Okay, so which direction did we need to burn? I think we need to burn this way. If I am not mistaken. However much gets us out of here. Burn what's left in this engine. Again, I'm not 100% sure if we have enough Delta V to pull it off, but I wasn't sure last time when we landed on Minmus either, and we had exactly enough. A little bit to spare, but not as much as I normally have. I normally have way, way, way too much fuel left. Okay, so it's in 11 minutes before we burn. Not exactly sure how long this burn will take. It says estimated 3 seconds, but that's completely false. It's probably time to burn right about now. solar panels are clipping through our dish a little bit. Okay. We have left the sphere of influence of Kerbin, or are on a trajectory to be leaving the sphere of influence of Kerbin. Its points. Let's point the probe at the sun so it gets power. More power. It is. Actually, a little bit harder to maneuver when it has less weight because the control surface was on that part that we ditched. Is there any science to grab? Ooh, deserts. I'll take that. Point at the sun so we get more power. See if we can get anything else. We're high over the water now. So let's head out. Watch everything as we leave. It's always neat to watch the planets move around under planetary motions. Okay. Now we gotta get to Eve. Let's try seeing what slowing down right now would do. Target of closest approach, us. Getting close. Oh, there it is. Kind of periaps is that? A very high one. Let's see, 79 million. Okay, that's more. That's also more. How about pulling down? Oops. Pulling up? Yeah, pulling up helps. 55. 50. 46. 39. 32. 30. 27. 26. 25. 25 seems to be close. I'll consider that a victory for now. We can do course corrections when we get closer. Oops. Oops. I should have put a micro SAS on this thing. So I have a little bit more torque. 60 days until the next burn. These interplanetary flights are getting into the area where it's going to probably take more than one episode to get something done. I think we're almost out of time already. We're pretty close. We can burn now and there won't be very much of a difference. Let's just hope we have the Delta V to do this. I don't know. We kinda need a nuclear engine. Looks like we might be okay. Slow down, slow down. Okay. I totally messed it up, didn't I? Yuck. That's really bad. Okay. What did I do? Did I pull up too much? That doesn't seem to do anything. Slow down too much. Sped up too much. Slow down too much. No. What's your problem then, spacecraft? Why is the periaps so much higher than it's supposed to be? Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, I fixed it, didn't I? Like that. See, if we do a minor correction now, it'll pay off a lot more than it will if we wait till we get there to do it. See, it's only 2.7 meters per second to do this burn. That'll take us from 2 million meters down to 600,000. There we go. Now we'll wait to get closer again before we make another move. We still have enough fuel, since all we have to do is crash. We don't have to make a soft landing or get into orbit. So that's a good thing. But we're out of time for this episode, so we'll have to do it in the next one. So I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.